Welcome to Conversations with My Real Friends. I'm Jennifer. I'm here with my friend Nick. Nick is an investor, a developer, and a financial advisor. So today we're going to be talking about investing, specifically real estate investing. So if I'm going to buy some sort of investment real estate property, what should I think about?
Well, with any investment, how much is it going to cost?
Yeah.
How much money am I going to have to pull out of my pocket for the down payment, the closing costs, and any other renovations that might need to be done to the property? Does it just need paint and carpet? Do you have to put in a whole new kitchen? You have to take all that into consideration and come up with a number, calculate it. How much is a new kitchen? $40,000, $50,000?
Right.
Is it going to be cheaper than that? How much is it going to cost me to paint the place? Carpet. Put those numbers on paper. They're easy to put to paper with phone calls, doing a little research online, so on and so forth. Once you find out how much you have to invest in the property, then what is this property going to make me? You know, what is the rental income going to be? Very easy call with a real estate agent to find out what other things are renting for in that area, depending on the type of property. It's residential, commercial, or otherwise.
So we're talking about a balance sheet.
Absolutely. Well, not just the balance sheet, but the P&L too. So I mean, if I know I'm going to invest X amount of dollars, I want to know that I'm going to get double X in return. Otherwise, why pull my money out of my pocket? If it's not going to work for me and making me more, no reason to pull it out of the bank.
Because there's other things you could invest in.
Absolutely.
Which are, in many cases, less risky.
Less risky, yes. It's always a possibility. The stock market goes up and down like anything else, but there's bonds, there's money market funds, there's many solid things that, well, they may not produce as high of a return. And it really just depends on how well versed you are in the business. If you don't like painting, if you don't know how to repair a pipe, if you don't know how to clear a drain, if you don't know how to change a light bulb, or where to get them. Those are big factors. You don't want those phone calls if you're an investor and you've put out a lump sum of cash that's really going to hurt to have to pay someone else to do that for you.
Well, yeah, so if you have to hire a property manager, for example, that needs to go into your costs so that you can figure out, you know, that eats away at the potential profit. What are all the carrying costs? Property taxes, insurance, HOA dues.
HOA dues. Ongoing maintenance is the factor that many people forget to put in. And then the dishwasher breaks, or then, you know, it could be a water heater that's rather expensive. A roof leak. You know, you got to make sure these things are in good condition going in. Many times I like to go very deep into a property when I purchase it, make sure it needs to be either rewired or repiped, so then I don't get a phone call for 10 years.
Correct. Because that's the idea, is the goal is to make it as seamless as possible for you and the tenant, right?
This is true. I would never rent anything as a rule of thumb to someone I wouldn't live in myself.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
If you wouldn't live in it, neither would I. And I wouldn't rent it to you.
I think that's a really smart way to think about it. So if someone is interested in learning more about investing, how can they reach you?
Oh, you can find me online, Nicholas Hale, Nicholas, Hales, Hale. I'm on LinkedIn, there's a financial profile, and my cell phone number is 310-924-9315.
Great. Thank you for joining me.
Pleasure was mine.
Yep. And thank you for joining us for this episode of Conversations with My Real Friends. We'll see you soon.